Okay, good morning, everybody. Um, Both Facebook, YouTube, and Easy Webinar. Um, on YouTube, I'm using the Instagram picture because we are now on Instagram. Link is in the description. I want to start using that and Twitter a little more. I mean, I always had the account, but I just never been active with it. All right. Today is Monday, January 6th. It is the third day of Breakout 2020, the third trading day. And it just happens to be an interesting day, happens to be my favorite type of climate. We have VIX up, market down on significant news catalysts. Um, you know, and I just want to mention something real quick. Friday, I got a little bewildered, if you will. I was trading on the paper account, which is what we're normally doing right now, and we'll continue to do. It should be for a month of consistent profitability, and then you transfer. Some people say 90 days. I think that's too long. If you get too comfortable on paper, as long as you're profitable for 3 weeks to 90 days, I mean 3 weeks to a month, I think that's a significant amount of time of profitability, and you can't really chalk that up to luck. Um, the strategy I use here is now a mix of my strategy and one of my mentors' strategy, Tony Hedges, who will join the program later in about a half hour and share his picks. And so while we're merging these two strategies together, I'm testing everything on paper. However, because it is my favorite climate, I do have my main account up here and ready to go, just like I did Friday. That's if anything big comes around. For example, UVXY, I traded Friday. I did not sell it Friday. My P&L was like $3. I said I'd rather hold it because I've been doing this a while. I'm aware of the Monday Friday rule, or the Friday Monday rule. It's like usually when the rule goes, usually if it closes down on Friday, it'll close down on Monday. And I didn't think that what happened in Iran really sunk in yet, and I think that a weekend was enough time for that to sink in and have people realize that this was a declaration of war, not just something else. Now, another thing I came to Friday, which is interesting, was I traded all the same stocks on Friday that I did in the paper. I traded all the same stocks in the paper account as I did in the cash account. What I found interesting is I made a lot more money with a lot less buying power in the paper account than I did in my regular account, and I chalked it up to this trade on Amazon. It was bringing me negative for a little bit, and then I saw some profit and I took it. That was in my cash account. However, in the paper account, when I was losing a little bit on Amazon, I was like, whatever, it's paper. There's no emotional uh, attachment to it. But Amazon turned out to be an amazing trade. That's part of another reason why, like I said, I held UVXY. I was like, you know what? I don't like to hold over the weekend. Anything can happen, but statistically, Friday, Monday rule, Iranians, market's probably going to be down on Monday. So that said, um, I found a good way to control my emotions. Me jumping out of Amazon on Friday, I jumped out. I was short, so mind you, I was hoping for the market for Amazon to do bad. I jumped out of Amazon right here, um, you know, and or like right here, like right as it started to go back up again. My stomach couldn't handle this chunk here. Had I had just looked away from the screen for a half hour and came back, I would have made about, what is that, a 10-point move, something like that. So would have been great profit. I was not able to do that in the cash account because I have emotional attachment to the cash account. That is, whatever happens on here doesn't determine my success whether it's reputation wise, financially wise, it doesn't. It's just all fake. It's great for practice, and I think I look to my life in this, and I know this sounds corny, and I said, like, what do I use to calm down when I'm stressed? Well, I like to listen to music. Well, that's great. The only problem is I can't listen to music on here because, one, you'll either hear it blasting in the background or playing in the background, and that can create a copyright infringement, or you have to have the rights in order to play that music, and they can shut down our whole webinar when it's on Facebook and YouTube. So that's when I looked into it, and they have things called uncopyrighted music. And uncopyrighted music means what it means. It means it can be played. There's no copyright on it. There's no nothing. It's not it's not the best, but I looked around for like calming types of musics, and I found it. And I have a playlist, and I'm going to play it today, and we're just gonna test the waters. I'm gonna play it until it annoys me, and you know, once it annoys me, I'll turn it off. But it's good to keep calm at the open, to have some nice, soothing music. I used to always, when I was working as a dialer for a brokerage and trying to sell people, or trying to get leads, essentially, I always had music playing. They didn't know, but I always had music playing in one of the headphones, and it kept me on that calm level, because sometimes you get real close to a sale and you can get nervous, and that was a miserable life anyway. Trading is the way to go. Good morning, Mark, Ren, Darlene, Tina. Let's go. Good morning, Ralph, and let's get this thing up and running. I'm just gonna play some music. This is, what do they call this? They call it lo-fi, and just gotta make sure it's not overpowering. Now you'll only be able to hear this music in anything I'm using OBS on, which at the moment is Facebook. No, at the moment is YouTube. Keep it low. You can see it slows down. It's nice. All right, let's get started on the day. Only wasted a little bit of time. What we're watching today, I already said it in the chat room. By the way, if you're new and just popping in here, you can join the chat room for free. We give out text alerts. It's just like a basic sort of chat room. By clicking the link m.t/Tony Hedges Trades. Non-copyrighted. Alright, good. Alright, let's start the day with our market scan here. We got Life. I took a look at Life earlier. It popped up at 8 o'clock. That's why, guys, it's always important. I used to set myself alarms. 7 o'clock, 7:15, 7:30. 8 o'clock, 8:30. Those are all the times press releases come out. And if you would have been watching the scanner at 8 o'clock, you would have missed the first candle, but you would have caught the second. And, that doesn't have to be any artificial intelligence scanner. We're using all free software right now, everything for free. That way, if you are really doing the small account challenge, because all you have is $500 in your account, you don't have to spend 200 of it on, artificial intelligence. So I like the way that we're doing it. It's all free charting software. Everything we do is free. And we still make the money. Today's day 2. Hopefully today will be day 3 of profitability. I kind of want to stick to what I know best, and that is trading the markets. I'm not boasting, but my last Last year, my biggest gainer was UVXY, which plays on market to the downside, essentially. And last year was a very bullish year. It's kind of ironic. You play it on any dip, anything possible. Someone asked me if I use different indicators other than just channels. Of course, I mean, look at my main, flex grid. It's we have the VWAP, and then this other line you see here is the 9-day moving average. Extremely important 9-day moving average. And there's so many things. I was actually writing them down the other day that I'm gonna do like a 10 videos because I have 10 different things that I can do and put them on YouTube. They would address things like the 9-day moving average, why it's so important. I used to use the 12, but I found the 9 was better. Heard the boss mention it online. It's true. It is better. Then what you have here is all TTM, Bollinger Bands, and Kelter channels. TTM squeeze. These are TTM arrows. I mean, it's all ripped up here. And I actually have more. This is not updated properly. I have more cash studies. Some people don't use studies. Some people swear by it, but me, I'm definitely a studies guy. So these are what you're going to see here on this chart. Arrows. These little arrows you see here, they're called crossover 80X arrows. 80X crossover, the standard. I keep it at the standard settings. I don't modify the settings, and usually these signify a buy point. And people used to buy Thinkorswim just for these arrows. They didn't really have much other studies on these arrows. That's many years ago. So, all right. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling, and let's take a look at what stocks to watch today. Here. Alright, so Life popped up this morning. Biggest gapper of the day. We really do want to watch oil, gold, and gold miners, market ETFs, military defense. Those are all great names, but they're going to pop up here anyway. We're going to see them pop up. So I'm not going to chase them when I know they're going to pop up on the gappers today anyway. Alright, so this is up. Announces collaboration with Curion Pharmaceuticals for the development and commercialization of ATYR1923 in Japan. Alright, so they're collaborating with another company on a drug. There's another news article here. Eligible to receive up to 175 million in total payments, including 8 million up front. Alright, I got some money coming in. The volume here is relatively on the low side, even if this is a 100 million share float, which, what is the float? Okay, again, for float, I'm going to a free website, looking up LIFE. Okay, I like the 1-year chart as well. I like how it looks like it started to pivot here, a little bit of a double bottom, and now it's uptrending. Makes me believe the uptrend. But, the way it went down and how slow it's going up, I don't know. And you also can see in the past it has this previous kind of pops. Also, it looks like it's coming to a consolidation period right about today, breaking out. So the top of this channel is 5. That's the micro channel. The channel within the channel is about 505. So $5, which it already crossed. So we're up here now. We're at 7. All right, so we're gonna have to run this through another chart because it's extremely overextended, and I can probably guarantee you it's over the R1 at this point, maybe the R2. Yeah, very, very low float, 3.85 million. All right, this has an entry. I love this stock. It's a drug stock. To trade a drug stock on a day like today, when defense, gold, and everything else, and oil's all going up, seems weird, but and that worries me. Yeah, Neo is popping today. Life. Apple, I wonder why. Apple got slammed at the Golden Globes last night. I wasn't watching the Golden Globes. I showed it earlier on CNBC. Ricky Gervais slammed it. Said, told the actors that worked in the Apple movies, all the Apple Plus TV, basically told them not to get freaking political on stage because everybody was getting political. He said, you work for a company that has sweatshops in China, which is true. If you ever seen the Apple warehouses, they have sweatshops with suicide nets so people can't jump out the freaking windows. That's literally what happens to these people psychologically. Think about that. What has to be going through their mind? How crazy you have to be going. And that's coming from a country like the U.S. where people work sanitation freaking 60, 70 hours a week for 25 years. They don't jump into the compactor, Anyway, not to side with Ricky Gervais, but I do like Ricky Gervais. He is a funny guy. Totally love him. Alright, so let's take a look at some specifics here on LIFE, stockcharts.com. Open up another stockcharts.com. Not enough overlays on the chart. LIFE, biggest gapper of the day. So far, it meets the 5-finger strategy, right? It is between 90 cents and $12. It is, 90 cents and $50. The float is less than 40 million, which is the best. It's less than 10 million, which is even better. The volume is 10% of the float in the pre-market. Just about, this seems to be at 300,000 to get 10%, but just about. It's up on a news catalyst, and now we look into the technicals. We want to make sure that this is worth getting into. We looked into the technicals a little bit. It broke out. It's on a breakout, and let's fix this up. So I like to change my predefined range to 1 year. Gives me a good glimpse of the 50-week high. My size to 718, and then so the R2 is extended up towards 556. So that's your pullback entry, 556. One of them, but I don't think it's going to go that low. Let's look at the ranges. The previous one was where just in December the range was at 6. So you could even consider 6 potentially to 650 and bounce back up. It's a little overextended for me to buy it unless it was on a pullback. Maybe the pre-market highs is a good buy, but let's check out the ranges. These are different type of ranges. The other ranges are pivot ranges. They're based on prior pivots, things like that. It's Asian stock. Then we're gonna go look at this morning, I feel good, I feel confident. I feel like I'm moving a little slower than I normally do. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes in check. I'm not gonna trade anything unless it's a hell yes stock. Unless I can look at that chart and be like, oh my god. I'm not gonna trade anything I'm iffy about, especially on a day like today. When there's just so much other guaranteed income trading on, going short the market, trading on UVXY, trading on TVX, whether it's long or short, doesn't matter. right, so here's the channels. And 642, look at that, is the bottom of the channel. We literally went down to, can I get an exact number? 650. Alright, so right near the bottom of the channel. So there's a 642 level here. So we're going to and this channel goes all the way up to, what was it? 1008. That's quite a freaking move. It's quite a freaking move. The 6 doesn't coincide with pivot points at all. The pivot points are way lower. There is another chart we can check out, but I think that this is more or less likely gonna. But if it dumps, we have the entry 6, 558 is good, 486 is good. But you want to wait till the pivot before you enter. And if you see a stock pivoting at 556, you know, okay, that's at the R2, it's pivoting, that makes sense, I'm going to get in. If stock starts to pivot and you can't really identify why, then that's not good. But you want to have as multiple factors in play on why a stock is pivoting. If a stock is pivoting, look at the R1, just also happens to be the 200-day moving average. Happens to be right where the R1 is. If the stock was to pivot on the R1, you have people that watch moving averages, you have people that watch price channels, and I'm sure that there's one here as well, right near 486 anyway, and the pivot points, the price channels, the moving averages. You have multiple reasons to get into the stock, which in turn will cause multiple people to buy that stock. And when a stock has an extraordinarily low float, more or less likely to pop. But I do like this 550 level. I like all these levels. Let me see the price channels again. They go up to what? Love it. Great potential here. We're going to keep an eye on that one. I'm not going to go over any of the ones Tony's going to go over. Tony's going to come on in about 4 minutes, but I'm going to pick one more. I mean, today, like I said, I'm basically watching the market. Keep an eye on Amazon. I think Amazon's going to dump today. Now, why is what you call it on the top 5 stocks to watch? I didn't think Apple. Expected to go down or up? Apple and analysts downgraded. All right, so it's expected to go down. Okay, Neo moving higher. Life. Monday morning winner. Kia, don't expect nothing from them. Kia, it's a crappy stuff. But if Apple goes down, it's likely Amazon will go down, the whole FANG will go down, the whole market will go down. Market's definitely in a downtrend. That's what I like to see. It looks like it is kind of trying to break up here. It got a little bit of a cup and handle right before the open. That's never good if you're short the market, but it's good if you're going to go long. All right, let me go look on the scanner here marketchameleon.com. Or you know what? Let's go here. Pre-market, advanced list. that is let's take a look at CLUB. I'm still holding those options. I only bought 7-day options. I should have bought a little more. I might roll them out. But let's see. Either the market's just going to have like a 2-day drop and then continue to rally, or this could be the beginning of a big drop in the market. If that's the case, I bought the top, and top of that, potential rally to the downside. I don't like this really one at all. I don't see the volume that I like. It looks like a Chinese stock. Sports, no, it's not a Chinese stock. I thought that was Chinese lettering. Not a big fan of this one. Let's just take a quick look and see which chart I like. I do like that. That looks pretty. But this has been on a downtrend. Would have been a great short the other day. Trade charts. So I'm going to add these charts here. CB, F-Cell. All stocks to watch. We're watching Life. Yes. Amazon, we're going to keep an eye on. I'm going to keep an eye on the market. That's why they're in slot 1 and 2. Really, my main focus today is going to be the market. Some of these gap and goes here. Here we go. Here's one I don't recognize. No volume whatsoever, but we're still going to keep an eye on it. SDC, let's see. Okay, I see some volume here. This is one I might like. Pops up, very nice pop. What time does that pop up? At 7 o'clock on the dot. That's why, guys, I always say, keep an eye on your scanner at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Standard time, of course, but in intervals of half an hour, and you will always catch these. Like this one really blew. I don't know where you would have got it in this candle. I would have, but still, that would have been a full point move. Yeah, this one looks interesting to me. I like SDC. Let's go ahead and let's check the float on SDC in the 1 year. Fairly new stock. It's an IPO. Maybe it came out with its good first press report. IPO'd at around 20, 21, and 25. So let's see something. Now it pops up. Where? At $10. Back to 10. All right. So we know that the next interval is between 10 and 12. Let's go take a look at it here. Let me look at it here for a second, actually. Right here. The float is 102 million. I do not like floats that high. However, it is only 102 million. That is relatively low, but it is not. The only way I would like this is if this was strong above the VWAP. If it showed me enough strength at 100 million share float to stay as strong above this VWAP, it would have my attention, but it doesn't. Take one more look, and then we're gonna patch Right now, I'm looking at Life and SDC, but no, I would not buy these in my cash account at the moment. And I won't buy them in the paper either. If I want to trade them actually, I wouldn't trade them here. All right, so we got an R2 at, okay, we got an R1 at 10.07. R2 goes to 11.41. That's beautiful. That's an incredible potential breakout play. 8.82. That's the R1, the R2, and the R and the P. I'm gonna incorporate all those here. Going to all of them, pass Tony in, right? Basically 11.50 to 10. All right, that's the R1, the R2. Now your P is here at 8.82. All right, so we have some identifiable channels. Yeah, those two channels on this stock. Right now, let's see if the moving average channels, which I'm about to show, extend to the right, if they match up. If they match up with these pivot points here. So the next chart, SDC, here's the channels. Ooh, it's kind of long. It's kind of new to have a 200-day moving average. So the only channel I see is at 10.53 to 10.30. And I am not liking it. All right, so let me punch Tony in. I do like those. Where did I put those? I'm in the middle. I'm gonna keep looking, Tony. Let me know if you hear me. All right, Tony, you should be able to pop in when I hear your voice. Stop. Next one. It's PERI. Yeah, this one looks very good. It has some volume, but I don't know how high this candle's actually go. This looks like somebody's buying big blocks of this. Tony, are you in? You gotta click the microphone. on YouTube, guys. How do you? Is the music block out? Is it too loud? 'Cause I can fix that. Just want to know if the music's too loud on you. Yes. That's perfect. But you know what? I have it blasted up all the way on this. I have to find the right ratio. Tony, where are you? You hear me? You with me? Tony, checking, checking. Tony, I see you, but I do not hear you. See, but me no hear. Just a little loud. All right, I got that figured out. Now is it too low? Let me know if it's too low. While we wait for Tony. Tony, what's going on, bud? Tony, Tony, testing. All right, we'll continue. He's set up to come in, so we'll continue. His alerts are here. He is looking at in the text alert group, which you can join for free, by the way, by clicking the link in the description. But his text alerts are here, so we could look at some of these. He likes Club, which is one of the ones I'm looking at. And Perry, I just popped on because I knew he was looking at it. But he likes AVAV, AVAV. Where am I gonna put you?
Hello, Luke.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I hear you. I hear you.
You hear me, right?
Very, very faint. Very faint. Let me turn
Very
it.
faint. Still very faint.
No, now I hear you. Now you're good. You're good.
Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
My best stock today is Perry, Peri. I like it like 705, 706. Um, I think the stock could go to like $8, 8.10. You know, it's then a 52-week high. I think it's going to break the 52-week high on the stock.
Okay. So I hit a
Um,
52-week high. It's gonna break the 52-week high. What are the entries here?
I like AVAV at 69.10, 69.20. AVAV.
69. What?
69.10, 69.20. AVAV.
Okay. Good. It's your show. I'm punching them in.
Uh, that's basically right now. I'm just watching. That's basically it right as of now. I'm just looking.
What was your
You
entry
hear me
on Perry? I missed that.
like 705, 710. You hear me good, right? You hear me clear?
Yeah, you're good. Somewhat.
Yeah.
Everybody hears him
I,
good. Everybody hears him okay. I'm trying to listen.
I like this AVAV. I like this Perry. SDC is a little complicated. If I was to buy that, I would wait to about 8.60, $8.60, because if you look at the 1 month on the chart, that moving average envelope is about over like 8.60, so 8.50, 8.60 around there. And if I was to buy Club CLUB, I would bid 205 for it. 2.05 on Club.
850, 860. You said on SDC, right?
Yeah, but
I
Club,
was thinking
I would
885, but that's
I
right.
like Club. Club at like 205, like two
Club.
199, 205 Club CLUB. Yeah.
Okay, 205. Yeah, yeah. I could see that. No volume on it though. It makes me worried, but I hear you.
Uh,
Those advanced ones
it's
pop.
not it's not a lot. It's not a lot of good picks this morning. It's like I don't want nobody to
Take a
go and
look at
chase stocks.
KTOS. Someone's asking you to look at it.
Yeah, I'm
KDOS.
not, I don't like KTOS. I like AVAV better, and I like the Perry PERI. Those are the two best ones I like: PERI and AVAV on the pullback on the bid.
KDOS is a defense stock jumping, about to break above the 52-week high.
We're keeping an eye on that TLTFF or breakout. Also, um, uh, AVAV, I like it 69.10, 69.20, anywhere in there on the pullback. Um, Perry, like I said, I like Perry, like
AVAV is
705.
what kind of stock is that? Environment, Aero Environment,
Environment, something, yeah.
tech. It's a tech company. Um, I mean, big names today: Perry, AVAV.
I like the
Um,
Perry because it's a 52-week high. It breaks out. It's it's above the channel, which
yeah,
is
it breaks
above the
out.
month
Yeah, this
period
looks good. This looks
consolidation.
good.
Um, so that's what we're looking at today.
You also have a
Oh wait a minute.
massive cup and handle on the chart there. It's a bull flag. If you look at the 1 year, it's a bull flag followed by a massive cup and handle. But I can already tell you by the movements of this stock that the float, actually, the float might be something like 50. Let's look up the float on
Yeah.
this. Let's see how much it could roll
So
today.
it's the only thing. It's a 1 point range, which means it's near the 52-week high. It breaks out. It's above the 1 month channel, which is above the consolidation on the 1 month. It's an
20
odd
million.
opening.
This
I think
does
the
look
stock could
really
go to
good.
810.
It does look really
Perry,
good.
PERI, I like. And AVAV on the pullback.
The EBITDA,
So those are
earnings
the two stocks I'm
before
looking at.
interest, huh?
Those are the two stocks I'm looking at. Those are the two stocks that I would buy and I'm focused on today.
All right, so let me pop those on the main
Uh,
screen. Perry, I like Perry a lot now too. It's coming, it's turning on me. What's the volume on Perry? Let me look. It's got a 20 million share float. It has 63,000 shares of volume right now. Really gonna have to wait for the open on this one. It should break out. I mean, it's above the
yeah,
highs.
I'm getting in on the
Yeah,
705,
this could be
710.
like
I'm getting in on
this
this.
could after it breaks out. I don't know.
KTOS,
Could
yeah,
go up for
$21. Those are
days.
KTOS.
What was that one? SVAV, right? Or
Yeah.
AVAV. All right, we're open. We are open. If you want to catch the 0 second delay link so that you don't fall behind or anything like that, that is simply there goes life. I knew life was gone.
Took some Perry here. 711. And then they never lifted it.
If you want to, all right, what are the two alerts? 642 is a great entry. We hit 690 on LIFE. I'm talking about Perry watching. That's the SPY. Market is dumping. Like to see how
I'm
much
in
the
Perry. I
theta.
bought some Perry. I'm in Perry.
Oh, I was gonna sell that for a loss yesterday. It gave $100 that those UVXY calls.
Let's just
I'm gonna
see.
consider buying more. Let me just wait a minute and see what the market does. Now it's popping up. Mm,
Here's the AVAV, guys. We're getting down right down to the almost. We sell off here. We get down to 69 and change. I'm getting in that one also.
okay, I see it happening. I see it happening. LIFE just looks very good, man. It looks like it's gonna rip and run. It's got the news catalyst. It's got everything, but I don't have the entry for this one. I mean, an entry could be above the pre-market highs of 8, but I'd rather play this on a pullback. But you see how you have all the high tails on here? This is getting ready to rock and roll. Um,
Are you guys in Perry? Anybody in Perry?
Perry's a good trade too. I should be keeping an eye on that. Perry's looking good. What's that noise?
Hello, my name is Eddie
Nothing.
Toftbeck. I'm head of technical analysis and
Oh, all right, go ahead. Oh, the
Yeah, I'm in
SPY is
Perry. I
popping.
own the 15s, the 13s. Perry should go to like 802 will be my exit on the first rippage.
Okay, I like that. This keeps pulling back.
AVAV is at 70 right now. We break 70, we go to 69.10, 69.20. I'm buying that.
Buying a little bit of LIFE here at 7, but I plan on buying more. Just 200 shares. And Perry looks very good, man. Did I miss it? I can't chase that now, right?
I think it's going to 802.
My rules are
That's the
not to
first.
chase. So I missed it, but Perry's definitely a great play. Um, it probably will go to 802.
Here's your club. It's going down to 205 the bid, but I'm not a crazy about that. There's no bounce on that. I read about AVAV if we get down to 69.20.
All right. See, this is
See,
coming down
SDC's
more.
ripping. SDC's ripping up here.
I'm gonna add a heavy chunk of this down
Yeah.
at around this level on LIFE. 678. I doubled my share size. I had 200 up at 7. I see this coming back above 7, so anything in here is just giving me a better price. We know there's a pivot point at 641, and we're very close to that.
I I'm gonna buy some SDC on the pullback. If it
Oh
gets
yeah,
down to
what
like
happened to
922,
STC?
923, I think I'm gonna buy some SDC.
We were watching STC. I forgot all about it.
Well, it pulled back, but I think it can break $10 SDC.
Dang, guys, look, it pulled right near the pivot. I would have, if I would have been watching this, I would have got in this one. Damn. Right now, I'm only focusing on Perry, SDC. Let me check my big watch list. I should have had that up. Perry looks beautiful. SDC, that pullback pulled right to the bottom of the range we identified in the pre-market. I just wasn't watching it. Disadvantages of
I bought
running
some
a show.
SDC. I bought some
Oh, okay.
SDC. I'm in Perry.
LIFE
Uh,
just hit the bottom of the pivot, so 650. It should pop up here.
AVAV hopefully gets down to my bid price.
SDC. Ooh, okay. I like this pullback on SDC. I think it's gonna pop back up. I'm gonna buy here. All right, I bought it there,
Okay.
and what did I get? 100 shares. I liked that pullback. That was the first pullback of the rally.
All right, I got filled on AVAV. I got filled on AVAV, guys.
AVAV. Yup, AVAV just hit my mark. I didn't have a bid though. Hold
I
on.
would add more AVAV at like 68.10. If it gets down there, I would add more. But if it goes back to 71, I'm out. AVAV.
AVAV. Um, wow. EYES is up 800%. That has to be a split, right? at the market go. Son of a b. I will sell you now before you go up any higher. Market always reverses though. That's the thing. Look at this stock. Eyes just took off. Went from 80 cents to 5.45. What the heck is going on with this one?
This AVAV is gonna snap and turn around,
All right,
or
here
it's gonna
goes
go right back up.
LIFE taking off. I'm gonna add more SDC here on this pullback. But here goes LIFE. That's my main John. It's taken off. Up around $200 in it already. So I'm gonna take a partial here. Um, just because I'm happy with the number. What's going on? Oh, and it popped right down.
Oh boy,
Wow, look at
AVAV.
that pop down. That really screwed me right there. I'm gonna move this up to 735, 725. Hope that gets filled. Okay, SDC. Ooh,
Added more SDC.
SDC continuing to rally. Up.
I think the stock goes to 1038. 1030. I think
Well,
if it breaks
that's the
out.
pivot point is 10. So this is going up to 10. We know that. You could add here if it breaks 1050.
Yeah.
LIFE. I tried to get out, and now I might be taking a loss on that one.
I
Oh
think this
no,
AVAV is gonna turn up here.
it's popping back up. Come on, pop back up. AVAV. Did it pivot off that level, or it's still falling? Still falling. Perry looks good. SDC definitely very very nice. It's about to break 950. This is going to 10. We already know this.
Yeah, 1020. I'm out. If it breaks 10, 1015, 1020, I'm out of the stock.
I wish I bought more though. Right now I'm at my break even level on life on LIFE. Up actually now I'm up around 40. Um, come on, let's see this pop. It's testing that $9, that $7 level. It's getting annoying. I need to have a better view of these two. I'm gonna go over here. Damn, life must have fell, huh? Maybe we can get that double bottom pop here. Come on, we got 690 on the level two, 688. Uh, as the ask. This is not. I'm not too confident in LIFE anymore, but I'm not gonna get out yet. We got SDC, SDC. These are the two positions I'm in. I only have a small share size in here. What do
I
I have?
added more AVAV, like 6845. Um,
I was gonna buy a little on the bottom of this pullback, but I missed it. I only have 200 shares here. It's not a lot. LIFE. Let me go back
I like
there.
this Perry better than SDC. I mean, I'm both in both of them, but I'm really gonna monitor
Perry looks
SDC.
very good, but I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed the gap. I don't want to get in now.
Oh my God, 6850. Let's go. Rip it
All
up
right,
the turn.
we got some $7 on the. We should go back into seven. Okay, a 690
There's
20
there's
sale.
Perry. Here's SDC.
All right, here we go. We're going back up
We need
on
AVAV to turn around here.
LIFE. Something filled. Okay, I took a partial on LIFE. Um, Now I have 200 shares. I have 200 shares in both LIFE and SDC and nothing else. Um,
I think I like this Perry better. I like this Perry better.
Perry
This
just
AV.
killed it. I should have took it, but
Yeah.
where I'm at is good. I don't have to own everything. It's a lot of winners this morning.
If this SDC goes back to like say 920, 919, I'm blowing out of it. It's a very, very small loss I'll take on it. But if it takes off, because the thing is the chart is a good range on it, but the strength in the 1 month, I don't see it like, like as Perry.
SDC, we looked up the float on this. It's what was the float on SDC? It's a very low float stock.
44 should break 44.
Oh no, this is 100 million shares. You know what? I'm happy where that's at. I'm gonna get out of that. I'm out of SDC for a small profit, $86. My only position right now is LIFE, and I'm still in UVXY cash account, and that's from Friday. It was up 100 at the open. Now it's up 43. I may just sell it at 50 at this point, but I'm not really watching the markets like I normally do. But yeah, they seem to be rallying a little out the
This
gate.
ACOR, this ACOR turned around here. Came right back up from Friday. ACOR.
Did it? ACOR.
Yep.
Wow, yeah, nice pop out the gate. Everything popped out the gate because the market, because whatchamacallit, market came out strong. But remember, in the first 15 minutes of the market, between 9:15 or 9:45 and 10:10, usually the market will reverse. So I kind of see that happening now. I kind of see this pop, and you got the first pullback on the market, SBY. You got the first pullback on the market. Now you got. Oh no, actually it looks really strong. Looks different on a. Is this a 5 minute? This is a 1 minute. 5 minute looks a little different.
68.11. I added more AVAV like 68.30,
LIF.
69.20,
Uh,
69.10.
Life is nice and perky right at 20. We took a partial at around 707 because there is some kind of consolidation going. Whether it's a bullish consolidation or a bearish consolidation, I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably going to be a bullish consolidation. I mean, what we have here essentially is, a bull flag. So you have the gap, but if it's going to close it, I don't know. That's a
I
different
got out
story.
of SDC. I just don't like it. I
I
knew
got it at
I knew.
SDC too. I had the same feeling. I feel like it's just kind of doesn't
Yeah.
have the momentum to. It maybe later on it will, but right now it doesn't. AVAV looks like it's pivoting here. It's get
AVAV should snap back to $71.
SDC just dumped. You got out of it at the right time. We both did. We both
Still
got.
in Perry. Still in Perry.
I'm gonna put a stop loss on LIFE. Um, I don't like to use stop losses on these kind of plays because usually I'm in and out anyway.
I
Just
will
taking the
not buy
basic.
SDC. Not even if it goes back up. I still won't buy SDC ever. So today.
I do like AVAV's potential. 694. Come on, why is this freezing? Um,
I added more Perry, by the way. I want a lot of Perry. I think Perry's gonna break out. I think he's gonna hit the 52-week high and go to like what's the low? 803, 802. I would say 803. Maybe break down, go to like 809.
Hi, this is Jim
AVAV
Welsh
should be
from
bouncing from here.
macrotides.com. Thanks for
Okay, I think I'm gonna get out of this UVXY.
It's like you got to wait for the market today. You got to wait for it.
All right, what are we doing with this? I feel like life is gonna break out to the upside, and that's the only reason I haven't sold it. However, it seems to be more pushing to the downside. I'm gonna take just to be safe a few more shares out on the next pop into 7.
This AVAV, the bids are moving up.
All right, now I'm just gonna let this one do what it does. AVAV, the bids are moving up. Let's take a look at that because I saw that right at the bottom there of the channel.
There we go.
There you go. There's the
69.
reversal. You know what? You could take options on this AVAV. What do you think AVAV could do? How many points?
I think you should go back to like 70, 75, 71.
All right, so let's go. Instead of buying shares, we're doing a small cap challenge. Let's look into some options on this one. We could get the 11-day options for 450 at 65. What is it at 68? I like that. I'll take those. Not a big spread on them, not a wide range, so you know you're getting a fair price whatever you buy. Oopsie, we already would have.
Come on, Perry, let's go. Rip it up here.
All right, so we got some AVAV, a little invested in that as well. My only concerns are the market is kind of peaking here. No, it's not. What are we at? 321, 66, giving back some of the losses. There we go. I think
Here's
now
Perry.
also is a great time to get
Here's
UVXY.
Perry. He took a big block at 43. We'll run up to 50 again.
Taking 2 of those. I think the market's going to pull down right now. I see the reversal happening. Spike in the VIX. I could be dead wrong on this, but catching it at the top is sometimes amazing. We're up on both those options. Now we're down on AVAV. Because the market's going to pull down. It may pull AVAV down. So one's going to go up. One's going to counter the other. If we see another red candle, 3 black crow it. Don't you know it?
We wait.
I'm trying to see. Where is AVAV?
We wait.
AVAV popped up. It's curving. Looks like it could go back down. Still in that whatchamacallit, that LIFE. Should get out of that now if it's not doing nothing. There goes AVAV popping down. This consolidation has me thinking this is going to break out somewhere. So I'm not selling out of life just yet. I'll hold on to that for a minute.
Just waiting for Perry here to make another move up here with a breakout.
Trying to figure out the market here. AVAV just dumped. Took a hit on that. I'm not holding that anymore. I'm getting out.
There's that Perry, guys.
Took a loss on that, but it's okay. Market's coming down. That's going to counter all the anything we lost from that. That's why AVAV is dumping. The market must be dumping, bringing this down, bringing life down, getting out of that as well. All right, I'm out of all positions. The only thing I'm in is UVXY. There goes Perry breaking over 750. Interesting day. A little scattered all over the board, but interesting nonetheless. Market's pulling down hard now. Hard. Remember, the market usually reverses between 9:45 and 10:10 a.m. if it's going to. That's key timing. Oh, CLUB took off. Oh no, must have said something else. CTIB. CTIB took off. Oh, there goes Life. Shook me out, and now they're gonna pump it. Fell for it.
There's been a lot of stocks that like.
Oh yeah, CTIB looks very good, Tone. You have to check that one out. It's already, we missed the gap, but it keeps getting paused due to volatility. But a very good find. It's probably at the top of the list right now. I'm not even looking at my scanner. Yeah. If I would have been keeping a closer eye on a scanner, I would have saw that. A lot of good ones today, man. Shoot. All right, perfect time to be short in the market. We're getting the beginning of what looks to be a reversal. All right, we got some red on the TTM. That's good. We broke that 50. Stay below that 50. As long as we can stay below 321.50 on the day, we'll be profitable. That's like a key point. There we go. Good call on the options. Let's add to that position. Because that's, I mean, you want to wait for let's maybe wait for confirmation of a reversal before getting in, because this drop increases volatility, but with that pop up, it makes me want to. Oh, we're having a big pop right here. That might be your opportunity, though. Take those pops as your opportunity. Don't get scared by them.
Just took some SDS here one more time. Took a lot of SDS here. I'm thinking the stock could break out now. I don't know what the hell happened to Perry here.
Let me see. Well, the market made a big a shift, but it doesn't look like a permanent shift. AVAV, I got out of once it broke below the previous low. And then Perry,
Super loading SDS here, right here. SDC, I'm sorry, SDC.
good thing we got out of life too. Life looks like it's gonna pop up later on in the day at some random point. SDC, yeah, like that. SDC is, yeah, rallying right now. Tom, what positions are you in right now?
SDC, AVAV, Perry still. If you bought these stocks on the bid, you're still up in all of them. Even though they're not going up. I took a small loss in SDC before, but I'm back in with a profit now on SDC. Perry, I'm in with a profit. Little loss on AVAV. Just bought more, like 67.90 something. 68.10, 69.10, 69.20s.
You got back in SDC, right?
Yeah. The only one I'm gonna think about getting out is Perry. I'm probably gonna get out of Will Perry because of it's a 1 point range. Even though it's a 52-week high, it's a 1 point range. You got more range on the SDC, but I'd rather break out even on Perry. I'd rather put a 7-11 stop loss on it. Um, but I got a lot of SDC for breakout to 10-10, 10-20 on SDC. Um, Still an AVAV.
Okay, what is that? We got an alert on life. Just broke the pivot or hit the pivot. Okay, it just hit the pivot and now it's bouncing. But that's a breakout to the downside, so I'm not touching that. Or is it a reversal? That might have been the perfect point to get in.
Yeah, I'm getting out of Perry Ray. I'm taking my profit on Perry here.
There you got a nice cup and handle on UVXY forming.
Or more SDC.
STC is kicking up more. What was that one
I mean,
that
the
we
low of
were?
the stock was 890. So 990, it's got to cross 10. It's got to break 10. Oh, so, excuse me, buddy. Did you remember to shut the mailbox? No, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Yeah. Well.
Went from what looked like was going to be in an upside down cup and handle to, I mean, a regular cup and handle to an upside down cup and handle. We may be getting a little hurt right here.
It looks like you could scalp like 20, 30 cents. It's not going through ranges here.
STC?
You know what I'm saying? Like, these stocks are like.
STC is just ridiculous. You know what? It took a base hit off of it, and that's it. I'm happy. I'm not going to go crazy. All right, notice how the S&P is starting to low tail. First it was high tailing, now the tails are all low.
I'm still in this IPHA from last week and ACOR. Believe it or not.
Still an ACOR.
Yeah.
LIFE is pivoting off the pivot point right now. Could be a good entry, but I'm not going to touch that one. ACOR is rallying today, right? Yeah.
Not enough.
IPHA, yeah, it's rallying, and IPHA is moving slow.
I think the stock breaks $10, 10.20, 10.25. Should SDC. Big size on the bid on the stock. Look at all those size 795, 800. Look at that size on the bid. I'm thinking it makes a big move with that kind of size. I hate this club stock. CLUB. Always hated trading that stock.
Energy sector leads. All right, so when you see something like energy sector leads, financials, industrials lag, that's a sign of a bearish market because
there's ACOR coming right back up.
energy is defensive. It's a defensive stock. It's what you put to kind of counter, your portfolio. You put defensive names in there. Like, what's a defensive company? Tobacco, right? Alcohol, energy. It's all things you need. Automotive, I think, as well, right? And not 10-10 yet. SPY, looking at it on a 1 minute, has me a little scared here. If it does not drop now, definitely a little scared here. Sending triangle formation on the SPY. Doesn't
Come on,
drop here.
SDC, let's go. Another rally here.
All right, NASDAQ is dropping. S&P is dropping. What we have, if you look on the 1 minute, you can identify it appears to be an ascending triangle, but I am now wrong. That was a triple top. Maybe. The only way to really confirm if it's a triple top, you got the bing, the bang, the boom, and then the drop. The triple top is extremely bullish, bearish formation. But you also have what appears to be a little bit of an ascending triangle. So if this doesn't break out here, I mean, if this doesn't drop here, it's likely to break out. And that's
Here's SDC. SDC's got to break out of here. It won't make no
Roku is
sense to
on
come back down here.
freaking fire this morning. Roku's up 4 points. Shot out the gate.
My platform just froze. Here we go. Ah, here you go. SDC coming up, baby. Let's go. ACOR coming up new highs. I'm figuring like 270, 275 in ACOR.
Roku always pops when the market is sketchy. I'm telling you, Roku is a defensive name. People just put their money in there when everything else looks freaking unstable. They go to Roku. I'm telling you. Look at Roku. It's ridiculous. How was I not looking at this morning?
I'm gonna put it in Roku right now. Hold on 1 second.
Ridiculous. That's my third biggest gainer
Oh wow, look at this.
last year. Just out the gate. No prior warning. Matter of fact, I think it was down. Yeah, it was down. So it gapped down and then shot up. I mean, well, that's what the market did too, but I don't know here. We need to see a long tail to the downside, a long drop.
Here we go. Jesus. Oh
See,
my
right now I'm
God.
torn because it feels like a gamble. This with this SPY, and when that's the case, I'm gonna reduce, because I feel like this could go any way, and it's likely not gonna go my way. Let's see. I'm gonna get out of some of these. Reduce my exposure. And it gets like that, where anything can happen. Starting to see an upward ascending triangle.
SDC's got to break $10 to the upside. It won't make any sense not to break 10.
No, I'm not playing that game. There you go. There's the breakout. I saw that coming. That's why I reduced the position. Right at 10.10 on the money. I think the biggest, I'm not going to say that. The only thing that it was done wrong this morning was playing this candle without a confirmation. I remember thinking that this candle signified that it was going to start to come down when the trend was when it was rocketing. So let me get out. No reason to hold that. Always get back in. This is going to be a volatile day. I think that we're going to have a rally for a little bit, and then market's ultimately going to close down. So the higher it goes to the upside, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's more room for it to fall. Roku, wow. That was 5 minutes ago. I said, wow, look at Roku. It was 141.20. It's now 143.20. 5 minutes ago, bro. This is ridiculous. At this point, we just wait. We just sit and wait. Are you still in STC?
Yes, I am.
Gotta break 10. You're right.
Yeah.
Maximize sell. I wouldn't play a breakout at 10 because I don't think it's got that much oomph, but it's already trading 10 OTC. No, BSC. Got $1,000.
890.
Did you see that? Look, do you see the bid?
Yeah.
605. It's getting filled right now.
Yeah.
565. Gone. Probably filled. That was a huge order. And it didn't even move the stock. Roku
Wait
is
on
now
that.
at 144. No play on it. Doesn't matter. I don't. This don't even bother me because Roku does this all the time. And next time I'm not gonna miss it. Next
We need a
time,
breakout on this SDC. I don't understand why it's not. It should break out at 10 again.
testing it. The longer it restrains from testing it, the more likely it has a strong breakout. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You told me that. And it's true. I want to see something. We're about to go to war. Iran threw the nuclear deal out the window, right? And okay, we went from extreme greed, it was at 94, now we're at 84.
Damn.
And this is based off of a lot of things. VIX. What happened? Shit. Shoot. It's alright, it's gonna come back up. Man.
One goes up, one comes down. One
Well,
goes down, one.
we identified that earlier. STC 1007 is the R1. So that is the R1 being tested right now. The R2 is 1134 or something like that. Oh no, 1150. 11 like 43. So right now, if this stock literally touched the bottom of the pivot, went straight to R1, and now is attempting to break into R1. It might not do it. It might not be able to do it because if it breaks R1, where is it going to go? It's going to go all the way to 1150. I don't know. I think that it could be topping out here. Let me show the exact chart I was looking at. So the R1 pivot is right here. The P is
Gotta
right
break
here.
10. STC still gotta break $10. STC
That's
doesn't make
then
any
it'll
sense
break
for
into the R1.
not to break 10.
It's the first resistance. It's got to have a lot of momentum to break it. I do know it's going to break it, but I'm wondering if after it breaks, do you think it'll go to the R2, which is 1141?
That's the problem. We've been having a problem with these stocks recently, the last couple of weeks, that they tend to go up like 2, 3, 4 days later. They don't give you that day trade where they run them the same day.
Stocks are breaking out of their channel right now. Roku is pivoting down. S&P is still going up. Amazon, actually, Amazon is flat. Freaking, oh my God. Amazon's up 40 points, 50 points, almost. LAFE, LAFE was a nice scalp trade this morning. It had these big ups and downs, and if you were quick enough to get it out, you made money. We made money. I look at the traders. There's traders that'll make on a play like. What do you think, Tone? On a play
Yeah,
like SDC, there's traders that will just scalp, 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 scalp a million times, and then that's it. Once they
yeah.
lose.
That's great because the way it's moving now, you'll see that you'll be like, oh, it's great to like scalp, scalp, scalp. But on a regular day, the stock's breaking 10. It's going like
Me
10.50.
personally, I would rather just hold it. What are you getting out of scalp, 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 scalping it?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And then eventually the stock will run, and you'll miss it, and then you buy it back, and then you'll buy it at a higher price. You know, I just got to sit with it. It's not, it's everything lines up into the range, but it's just not. It takes time.
Let's take a look at the markets chart real quick. I mean, so our watch list today did pretty good. We had a pretty good watch list. What was that other one?
I still own some stocks. I still own stocks for like about this last week. I still have stocks from last week that I'm in,
Kato's.
and I'm
Look
just
at
waiting.
Kato's. Kato's dumped. Kato's. Remember someone mentioned Kato's? Well,
Yeah, I
because the
wasn't too
energy
crazy about
sector
it.
was so elevated, but Kato's is going to go back up. Everything right now is not as it seems. Everything with this massive skyrocketing, it's unnatural in the kind of market environment that's going on. I mean, the Middle East tension is, they called it Mideast. Mideast, yeah, Mideast. The Mideast tension, um, and everything going on over there, and the Dow laggards, and just like the market is not supposed to be doing this. It's doing this because it is volatile. This is the definition of volatile. A down market shoots up. Freaking look at Roku, shoots up 6 points in a half hour, and then what? It's just going to keep going up like this? No, it's going to have a counter reaction and it's going to jump down. The same way you look at the energy stocks, they shot up and now they're shooting down. So I think we're going to either today or tomorrow have some sort of a very strong pullback. I can't see
See,
how the
Perry's coming back up. Well, I'm not buying Perry, but that could
that
break
was
and
the
go
one
to
I
eight
was looking
dollars.
for. Perry. Yeah. Perry.
The AVAV looks like it's bouncing.
Market is overextended. 321.96. It's going back to 322. This is where on Friday it struggled a lot. It got to 322, and this is around where I expect to see a pivot. If it blows through 322, I don't know. I would throw all the technicals I learned out the window, everything about the market, because that just makes no sense. If this blows through 322, it goes to 323. Highest I can see this going is 322.50, and then coming back down. And then we'll recheck, we'll retest those UVX by calls and pivots and all that. But for now, we're out of them. How's the VIX looking right now?
We gotta break the 10.
1481.
We gotta break the 10 on this SDC here.
Alright, this is what I expect to see. It's going to struggle at this level. It'll give enough oomph. I definitely see STC. It's right at the top of the pivot. It's retesting that level now. It should break through. If it doesn't, the only other possibility you might see is an ascending triangle, and it'll start to ascending triangle, consolidate, and then break. But I doubt we see a double top and a drop here. It's revisiting that level. If it wasn't going to break, I believe it would have just touched it and left. Just went back down. When this market does reverse, stocks I want to look at TVIX. It used to be so cheap. TVIX.
Big block at 95 on the SDC.
How big?
Like 400. See if it gets filled over there at 95.
See, this is the way
There we go. There we go.
You saw it already?
Look at the 95. It's 150.
Oh,
Got
95, yeah. Tested the highs again.
121.
You got one thing to worry about, though. It just touched 95 again, and now it's dropping. That's a double top.
I have to play the chart. I have to play the breakout on it. Doesn't make any sense not to break 10.
It's breaking into the R1 if it breaks 10. But yeah, it looks like it's definitely going to break 10. But I wouldn't buy the breakout on that. I would just sell.
It should be in the stock already. Like
I already took my base hit when it was like 950 or something. 940. Okay, so we got the TVIX. Okay, we have a doji, and then
still in this AVAV.
this candle's
so
green.
All the way down.
That's a.
It broke down to 67.34. My average price in the 68.50.
Roku's topping out at 144. That makes sense. It's done that before. 143.
The reason why I got out of Perry is because it's a 1-point range.
Perry, you got out of?
Well, yeah, I got out of Perry like a long time ago. I made a couple of cents on it. I lost a couple of cents on it. I'm not sure. But I'm still in this AVAV here from the pullback. I'm playing the SDC breakout. I'm in SDC at 932 is my average price on it.
USCG. No volume, but interesting stuff.
We're going 990, 88, 91. We're going right back to the top here.
JRJC.
Trying to break out of here.
on. What was that store you were telling me about that firm you worked at around 9/11, where you were like you just made money on the tickets? Was
Oh yeah,
that it?
they were doing like ticket charges. Yeah, like you would like trade all day, make 2 pennies, 3 pennies, and you'll get paid like a draw. And then at the end of the week, you'll be down like $5,000 in positions and tickets. Um, and of course they'll pay you like 1,000 a week, so 6,000. So at the end of the month, if you're down, let's say at the end of the month you're down about 5 times 0.5. You could be down over 100,000 in tickets, and you owe them back the 4,000 from the draw. They'll tell you don't have to give us the draw. They'll pay you more money. They'll give you more draw because got rebated back on the tickets from Nasdaq. Nasdaq gave them money from the tickets. So
So they're
twenty five
literally only
thousand dollars.
trading the Nasdaq to get the rebate tickets. And that's why they say
Right,
only make or
right,
lose 3 cents. That's it. That's all they want you to do. On
right. They
what were the
wanted you to trade
stocks?
like
It was like three
a
stocks, right?
Cisco, well, like Cisco, Intel, Microsoft, Cisco, Intel, Microsoft. What was the other one?
That's
Cisco,
crazy.
Intel, Microsoft.
Nvidia.
Yeah, that's about it. No, 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 no. That wasn't around that time.
That was a different story.
Stocks that don't move fast. Those were when they were like in the 20s, though, in the 20s, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. But
that's and then that's like a pop and go firm. Like they know they're not going to be in business forever. Eventually, right? Or did it?
well, what happens is that if you lose money on the stock and you have more losses in those stocks as opposed to tickets, then you will get fired. But if you broke out even on the stocks or lost 1,000 or a couple of thousand a week on the stocks, but made $25,000 a week on tickets, plus you're down 1,000 on your draw, they will actually give you a raise. That's considered like a great week because they just made over a
So,
hundred. They made over 100 grand on you a month. So minus the losses, minus your draw, like even if it's 90,000, they still made 90 grand.
so tell me what happened when you had a bad week and you thought you saw the boss, you thought you were about to get in trouble, and he told you.
Yeah, yeah. I had a bad week. He gave me I was down at the end of the month. I was down like 20,000 in stocks, about 120,000 in tickets, and 4,000 in draw. So you figure about $24,000 I was down at the end of the month. He took me to his office and he told me that he says it's okay that you just try not to lose money. But I'm gonna give you a second chance, and I'm gonna give you $500 more a week on salary on your draw. So I got a raise, um, which
Didn't he
was
tell you
fifteen
you were
hundred.
doing a great job?
Yeah, he told me I was doing a great job because it's 1,500. So they basically got if you lost $25,000 a week in tickets, it's basically 50,000 in their pocket because Nasdaq will give them a rebate. I don't know if it's 50,000 or maybe it's like half of the ticket charge. So it'll be like maybe 25, 35, maybe 37,000. Um, so if they made, let's say, even 30,000, they made 120. I lost 20, and plus the 24,000, they still made 96,000 for the month, or for me. So they feel like they give me a raise that if it continues, it keeps me working there and keeps me there. And I was doing a great job, they told me.
That's insane. That was before or after 9/11?
That was before 9/11.
Oh my God.
They
So
told me I was doing a
that's
great
an
job.
insane thing. How did they make their? How do you can anybody or you have to be a firm get rebates from the Nasdaq?
Yeah, you got to be a firm.
Crazy.
They will get the rebates back.
And that's what they lived for. They didn't give a crap how you were trading. They just wanted those
No,
rebate tickets.
if you're down, like if you did like yeah, plus you got to do a lot of trades a day. So I did about a 500,000 to 600,000 shares a day. So you figure on a penny a share, right? It's like $5,000 down on tickets. He'll have you like make like 2 cents, 3 cents profit, take a penny loss, 2 cents, 3 cents, and then there were certain days that the market will be down, like say 300 points. He would tell everybody that we're taking off today. We're going bowling. We're going to the movies.
Just not trade that
Today's
day. Not
today's
working.
not a good day to trade. He said. He says we're going bowling today. So everybody's like, all right, let's go bowling. Let's go to the movies.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
And then the next day, if it's the same thing the next day, he'll still tell you, oh, today's not a good day. Let's go to the movies today. Um, and you're getting paid. You get medical and everything. And then you would the next day you trade, you get in there, you'll be down like always. I was always down like 5,000, 6,000 in tickets. And even if I was up $500 on the stock, I'm still down 4,500 if you figure it out. And plus the draw, which was like $200 a day, so I'll be down like 700 on the day, and of 5,000 in losses on tickets. So it'd be like 49, 4,000. Was it 4,200 dollars loss on the day. So at the end of the month, if you do that every day, and at the end of the month, you'll be down like over 100,000 in tickets. And he'll tell you that it's okay. He says you did a great job, and he'll give you a raise. That was
Give
the
you a
top rate.
raise. That's how Wall
Right.
Street is, man. Those guys always have a way to freaking make money. All right, the market's looks like it's starting to dump, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into that position on TVIX, just real quick. So let me take this position. Um,
TVIX.
yeah, it goes against the market. Let me wait for the
The stock was
confirmation.
was this stock like 12, $13 at one point?
Yeah, yeah, it had a split.
See, I know the market's taking a dive, but I look at my stocks, right? Even Perry, for instance, and SDC and AVAV. I know that the stock's got to like near the high end of the range, and it might break out. So I'm thinking that the market might just be a fake out and just turn around and go up based on those stocks. You
Damn, I
know?
know because there's certain stocks that look really good, but I'm
Yeah, like
watching.
I'm watching like the stocks pull back and the stock market stood still. Now the stock market is dumping, and these stocks rallied while the stock market stood still. So now everybody's thinking to short the market, and it'll just turn around and go up the other way. It'll just
Yeah,
make a
that's the
U-turn.
you're right. That's the way it usually goes. See, I got in on this is a 5 minute candle on the S&P. This is the first red one in about 40 minutes. I jumped in short on the market on one candle. That's not a confirmation. One candle is not a confirmation. You can claim confirmation on two candles. If I have another red candle following this one, 5 minute especially, then wow, I think I'm missing a lot of real estate right now. But yeah, another one would be my confirmation. A third one, that's called three black crows. When you have three red candles in a downtrend, that's called three black crows. That's like a super confirmation of a reversal. And also, you want to look at things like volume. Volume has gone down a lot. Now, I want you to keep in mind, if S&P is going to go down, it's not going to go down on light volume. You're going to see the volume pick up because there has to be selling in order for it to go down. It already had its drop from the news in the pre-market. So I think if I don't see a pickup in volume plus a drop in selling, okay, Fang names are going down. If you look at Apple, it's starting to drop, but it's still in its micro channel. You can see that it's still in an upward channel. This could change at every moment. So I don't really have a confirmation. Okay, here's the second red candle. Okay, second red candle looking red. Not really. Not really. It's at a pivotal point here, 321.95. It's at that 322 level. This is the level I hung out at on Friday. Um, I think it's got to blow below that level.
Composite is down. The Dow Jones is. I have a feeling we could turn around here and just reverse though.
Go straight up, right? Possible. I don't disagree with that at all. But fundamentally, that doesn't make sense with what's going on. Usually, fear of war, things that's a major depression on the market. I can't. It doesn't make sense fundamentally, but then again, this market doesn't make sense at all. It's freaking traded 80% by algorithms and computers, which don't have feelings about worrying about being nuked or whatever the heck is making people scared. But so we'll just watch for now. Right now, we got the first candle. I'm waiting for a confirmation before I do any entries on TVIX or something like that. Second one looks like it's going to be red. but it's a 5 minute. Let's take a look at the 1 minutes real quick. All right, so we have a little bit of a double top situation going on here. Let's see. I want to see for sure if that's a double top.
Still don't understand why this SDC didn't break 10. I'm still thinking it's gonna
Because it's
break
the
through
it's the
10.
R1 there. It's the R1. That's the R1 is at $10. It's got to break the R1 and take it. It's heavy selling at that level. I think. And it's also a round number. It's 10. Breaking into 10 is a huge deal fundamentally. You know, any stocks, a stock breaking into 1 is a big deal. A stock breaking into 5 makes
Look
you
at the
no longer a
prints.
penny
Look at the
stock.
prints at 85. You saw those prints at 85. It was like 200.
Yeah, this
They
is
got
definitely a
taken out.
double top on the market. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's start taking some shares in TVIX. Let's see, it's $50 now, so 100. That's like all I can take. All right, it's about the percentage more than anything. All right, I'm in.
What you got? You're in TVIX, the stock itself.
Got in TVIX, yeah, at 50, 53.15. 53 is a good entry too. But I might get right out of this. That's what I want to make crystal clear, is that I might get right out of this. If it goes below 53, I'm out. So you could say stop loss 52.99. But I see the double top on the market. It's a perfect double top. Active trader. Okay, so this candle is the high of this candle was 322.14. The high of this candle was 322.14. That is a perfect double top. Okay, so double tops almost always lead to, you know, do I have to bring out
There's a parry.
the chart? Double tops usually lead to sorry, I'm trying to pull out the chart. I'll just show you. They usually lead to a downtrend. So that confirmation, the double top. Then we have on top of that, if we look at the 5 minute, we have 2 reds in a row for the first time. Now we have a red and a doji. But I think that doji will turn into a red. We'll see.
I'm gonna come
Fight the
off.
trend.
I'm gonna come off for like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna come back on. So I'll just get me in when I.
All right.
Okay.
So just text me.
Okay. I'll come right back. I'll come right back on. Bye.
All right. Yeah, Tony has a lot of stories about. He worked for a lot of firms. Been doing this his whole life. And, like Wolf of Wall Street, that kind of style stuff. It does happen, not to the extreme. It was a little exaggerated in that movie. Like it's around. That kind of behavior anyway. And he'll tell you more stories about that. I'll tell him to. And what's one thing he told me that? Yeah, when I went to this hedge fund, I visited a hedge fund like 2 weeks ago, and I went to the building, and the whole building was all hedge funds. Now, some of these hedge funds, the offices had like beer taps, like you would see at a bar, pool tables. It just did not look like a financial firm. It looked like a college dorm. It's crazy. All right, what are we doing? 322. Create alert. If it hits that level, if it breaks that level, I'm hoping it touches that level again. That would be a perfect triple top. But it looks like we're good where we are now. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're left with about $524 in buying power, option buying power. Go ahead and UVXY. Just in case. Now, we're trading paper now because we're testing a strategy. It's a mixture of my strategy and Tony's strategy. But I do have my live account up and ready to trade at any moment. Looks like the market just must have popped or something. Let's see what happens here. Reason we don't buy TVIX calls is because they don't have them, at least not on Thinkorswim. Here we go. Is it gonna break? 322.11. All right. See 322.14 on the ask. I hope it hits that level and comes down. That's a perfect triple top, especially if it hits the same number 3 times. Looks like it's gonna break. Hit 322.14. Did not break it. It broke it. All right, we're gonna pull out of the TVIX position there. Better off being long here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm fighting the trend today. I think that's my mistake. I think the biggest mistake, you're not supposed to fight the trend, but, you know, the market, we all thought, at least I thought, would continue in this downward trend. I figured some kind of pop out the gate, and I still believe that that's what this is. I think fundamentally the market's going to go down. We're right near that 0 mark. It's like a sweet spot. But if you look at the Dow, the S&P is up. The NASDAQ is at 0. Let's look at the market chart. Still haven't sold my TVIX positions yet. Because I don't see this going to 323. I can't see that happening. But it could. My stop loss will be... No, I'm holding. I'm not getting out. It's going to come right back down. I'm not going to get scared out here. Let's look at the market chart. Yeah, overextended. We had a pullback and then a pop. Seems like it's getting help from somewhere. Very weird. It is the beginning of the year. A lot of people sold off and now are rebuying. Then again, fundamentally, gold is going down. Crude is, I haven't let that down. Should be crude here. I think we're gonna have one more pop and then we're gonna have the pullback. But I'm not gonna wait on that. Let me see. odd is that the tick, all morning was really down some. I still see that double top within the tick, regardless of what the S&P is doing. You still have that double top in the tick. VIX is nah. You get so used to trading pop-ups and reversals that to sit and wait for this to reverse. So the Nasdaq is now up, the Dow Jones is down 30%, 0.3%, and the SPY is flat at 322.40. Now the SPY is up. We're at 322.50, which I was certain we would not hit before. Or that was actually my peak level. That I said there's no way this is going above 322.50. That was my peak level. Let's see if I'm dead wrong. What is this level? 322.80. Well, maybe that's 322. Where did I see 322.50? 322.13, 322.50. Yeah. I don't see this really going higher than 322.50, but it could. Maybe whatever that is. The pre-market, the highs. You got to remember, the pre-market highs is not this. This was a fluke candle. The pre-market highs were, I'm sorry, 322, or this level. Alert. What is that? 322.87. So just below 323, which is what I kind of thought. Get me in. All right, I'm adding Tony in right now. Yeah, Tony, you're in. You just gotta add your mic.
You hear me, Luke?
Yeah, you're good.
So I'm still in this SDC, guys. AVAV. I have positions from last week. ACOR, waiting for that breakout, still in there. Adams, still in Adams. ADMS on the bottom of the channel. IPHA from last week. It hasn't been really good day trades. Probably with all this thing going on in the Middle East, there hasn't been enough volume to spike these stocks. But if you buy them right, and you're still up on all the positions if you bought them right. I'm still waiting for the SDC. Perry, I got out.
AVAV looks like an upside down. Head and shoulders or cup and handle.
Yeah, still waiting for that one because it hit the bottom of the channel. It broke the bottom of the channel, came right back up. I'm thinking it goes back to 69.10 at least. On the average down, I'm averaged down to 68.50 on that one. Very slow day, very slow. Perry was good, but it was a 1 point range. I didn't think it had enough strength, so I lost a little bit on that one. Very, very little. See, the market's rallying. I think the market's going to go up today.
Yeah, very, very possible. Well, the Nasdaq's already up 0.22%. Everything is up except the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones has some serious laggards. Boeing, Roku was just ridiculous today. I don't have my charts up right here. Usually I have my charts here. I would have saw that.
Well, I'm gonna post in the chat room throughout the day because I gotta get going. I gotta do a lot of things. You're gonna be in the room, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm still in SDC. It's I don't see it not breaking $10. And AVAV. Um, just monitor them, still in them, watch them.
Hang on. Before you hang on, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. You got this
All right.
for 2 minutes?
Like I said, for those who didn't take the course, it's extremely important to take the course. This way, you'll see what I see, and you'll be comfortable enough to stick with the position, as opposed to getting nervous and your emotions take over, and you start selling the stock, and taking losses, and then going back in and getting out. Um, it's a cheap course, very very good course, intense course. It's not a beginner's course, and it takes three quarters of the learning curve, which means 3/4 of you losing money. Um, Instead of starting all the way at the bottom, you'll start 3/4 from the top and understanding how to use the charts and the material. And it's a guideline which is in front of you while you're trading, while I'm giving you the picks, so you'll get a better understanding of where I get the bids from and where I get the picks from. And that's basically it. SDC's got to break $10. If you go to my 1 month chart, for those who took the course, you'll see that $10 is the top of the chart, and it breaks that. It goes to 10.15, 10.20, 10.25. Very slow day today. Gets better as the week goes on. Friday's usually the best trading day.
Back on. I had to let the dog out too. Let's see. So, all All right. Hang on. Let me just get this thing up. Boom. Yeah, I'm back on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
so I'm saying I'm still in those positions, because they're on the bottom
yeah,
of the
you know
pattern.
what? Today, I think everything was done right. We picked good stocks. SDC. We were able to scalp life. I think the only thing I did wrong, I'm waiting. I'm trying to force a movement that's not happening organically. I was expecting, along with probably 90% of the other traders, the market today to decline. And, well, now it looks like it's starting to decline, but it keeps doing these little fakes and then pops back up. So I kind of agree with you. I think today is going to, with everybody selling, whoever's selling, I think the big firms are buying. And, because everything's at a discount right now with that drop we had overnight. But yeah, that was my mistake, was trying to uh force a play. But when we had stuff going on already, we should have just stuck with I should have just stuck with that. And that's just a lesson learned for the 15th time. 50th time. You can't force a stock, don't fight the trend.
Trend is your friend. All right.
A friend is your trend. That's like the first thing you learn. But we were trending down to counter that argument. But out the gate, we just rocketed. Roku, too. Roku looks like it's going to break its highs again. Let me let the dog in. That's it. That's a good
You know what?
there. I like that. I like
Let
that
me hit that.
formation
Really?
on SDC.
Hit
Yeah,
it.
I could see where on SDC
Am certain that
it
you
could.
cannot. How come I see a ton of weed in the 90s? Right, the 90s.
Also, if you're in the New York area, like New York metropolitan area, we do courses in person as well. Anybody who signs up for the course could technically fly in. That's how they used to do it for you, Tony. They used to fly in people from California, wherever. But now, in the digital age, we can just do it online. Market looks very interesting. Here comes the spike.
My experience in the market is, if I bought a stock at the
Jeez.
right price, in the right range, I don't tend to look at it all day long. I'll just watch it like throughout the day, because I have lots of things to do throughout the day. And if I'm sitting in the range, I'll stay in there. And if I know that the stock's got a breakout, or especially if it's a more than $1 range, which you will learn in the course, you will be comfortable enough to step away from your computer and do what you got to do. You don't have to monitor it like, it's going to go down tick by tick. As long as you're in the range and you're at the bottom of the channel and you got time on your side throughout the day, you know, um, you should be good. Like I said, I wish all my stocks were day trades. Most of them are throughout the year, but unfortunately, market conditions doesn't allow like solid day trades. I mean, if you could take 50 cents off the table, 60 cents. They were there this morning. Perry gave you about 40. Was it 50? Perry gave you about 47, 45 cents. SDC definitely gave you 50, 60 cents. I don't go for that. I go for the range. I play the ranges. But on people that want to buy 1,000 shares of a stock that's nine and change, and you make 50 cents, it's not bad. Also, you buy 3,000 shares, you make 50 cents, you make 1,500.
CTIB killed it today, up 300%, 78 cents to $4.14. Take a look at the market chart again. Still in that micro range. It's kind of got some support on this is the 50-day moving average. I'd like to see it break that. Like I said, it went exactly up to 322.50 and pivoted. That was what I've said the high of the S&P would be today is 322.50. That's exactly where it went. It pivoted, but it's still in that like micro range. That little, if I could draw it up.
It's taking a while today, but I think we should turn around here.
Well, the market, this is the most important. This is my favorite chart to look at on Thinkorswim is a 5-minute with a 9-day moving average. That 9-day moving average you can see is clearly acting as a support. We just broke it. We have to test 322. And if it could go through 322, below 321.88, I think that's an official reversal.
There should be a lot of earnings coming out this month, next month, March.
Let's take a look. We'll look right now. See what's coming out this week. If anything good is coming out.
I truly believe the market's going to 30,000 before any correction.
I agree. Makes sense. All right, so earnings this week. This is the week of January 6th. We got, I don't know what that is, CM. All right, so tomorrow before the open, NTI, Angiodynamics, EXFO after the market. Wednesday looks like a big day. You got Bed Bath & Beyond, Helen of Troy. That's always a big mover. What else? What is that one? I can't read it. Nothing really good today. I mean, this week coming out. Nothing too good. You know, Bed Bath & Beyond usually trades at about 14. Sometimes you can make a couple points off earnings. market is.
Here we go. Anyway, I'm gonna get going because I got lots of things to do. I'm still in all of them: SDC, AVAV. Um, um, I guess I'm same time, same place tomorrow, and I'll type in the chat room throughout the day, guys, in the Luminary room.
All right.
And I'll take care, guys, and I'll talk to you a little later, Luke. All right.
All right, Tone. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
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 Let's get back with the scanner. Let's see if anything pops up. I'm gonna put this on 15 minutes. Let's see what's moving in the last 15 minutes. EVOL. No. TOPS. Biggest pump and dump stock on the frickin' market. Oh, there's the dump. ZN. Oil going back up. CTIB. Up 11% in the last 15 minutes. Up 50 cents. TRNX. I used to trade this all the time. TRNX. Wow. Peak, valley, the peak. This peak has to go above 322.30, 322.50, and I believe it's gonna do it. Should play it to the long side. Here goes STC. It was in a descending triangle type formation. Consolidation broke. Now it's popping up. RETO. This is one, a new one. 15% in the last 15 minutes. Very no volume. There we go. At that 322.50. high is 322.50 on this candle. If it doesn't break, that's a double top. But it's gonna break. That's gonna be a massive takeoff there. Yep, got it now. 322 over here. I'm on the OTC. Amex. Dow Jones is now above the 200-day. It's gonna break. The tick just shot up. MICT right around ready to break $1. Just keep an eye on SPY for now. Okay. Looks like we did have a little bit of a double top here. If this can get back down to this level. Gold is starting to peak up. That's good. sign. The market is. No. It's gonna break here. The tick just hit 216 from being negative. Okay, there's the breakout. Add a study here. This is the 9-day moving average. Alright, we want to keep an eye on that. If we can get below the 9-day moving average, because we're still in. I'm still in. Some TVIX here. I was gonna sell as soon as it broke over 322.50, but it broke out of the channel for a millisecond and then came right back in. Roku is about to hit new highs. Turn the volume on this off. This just takes a little patience here. 5.8 magnitude quake rocks Puerto Rico. Damn, they keep getting hit, Puerto Rico. Pope Francis wishes peace. What else is new? Oh yeah, I want to hear this. Well, that should be interesting. Okay. Looks like we're
A
weakening.
naive, misguided child, Nazi propaganda, and only has imaginary friends. His name is Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, sorry, this is an old intro for the social network. I'm actually talking about Jojo Rabbit.
Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but still no confirmation. So the trend is still your friend. We have no confirmation. I'm still in those, what do you call them? TVIX shares. Down about 61. I might get out right here, actually. Let's see. Let's wait. If you look at the way the Dow Jones is, you can see the trend that we're still in a channel of the trend. You have, I gotta go 1 minute for this. You got the pop up, the pullback, the pop up, the pullback. Still in an uptrend. Let me move drawing. Let me see. This starts here, goes up here, extend to the right. Yeah, we're about to tap that channel again, unless we break through it.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show, a superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything.
Bam!
That was Golden Globes host Ricky Gervais taking a shot at not just Apple, but also streaming services Amazon and Disney. The night was filled with banter between the stars of different streamers, but in the end, it was HBO who took home the most hardware. Netflix, who came into the night with 34 nominations, only left with 2. Kara Swisher joins us now from San Francisco to break it all down. Kara, great to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm not sure what was more buzzworthy here. The fact that you had streaming companies like Netflix that had dozens of nominations but were not the big winners of the night, or some of the commentary we got, whether it was Ricky Gervais or even Sacha Baron Cohen. We played a soundbite from that going after Mark Zuckerberg again.
Well, you know, they're still so important. I mean, I think it's fine.
Did
It was
make the
interesting who
perfect
won
call on
because those were the movies
SDC,
who
though.
didn't do as well, and actually the movies that got more acclaim were the ones from the
identified
streaming companies like Marriage Story and
the
some
range
others.
perfectly.
Obviously, it's a changing Hollywood and the people in
$10
power.
to
You saw Tim Cook in the
$8.85.
audience. You know, you've got Jeff Bezos at a lot of events in LA. You know,
$8.90.
Google's going to start
5
showing
cents
up
off
at some point.
tapping the range,
Maybe
but
not the
you got to remember
founders.
you got 20
But it's, you know, it's a changing time
on
for
each side of
Hollywood,
both
and I think
range.
it was right for them to start making fun of these companies. I was surprised they didn't win more of them because the movies, to me, I've seen quite a lot of them are better than the ones that won. But these awards things aren't really the point. It's the growing power of the streaming companies, especially Netflix, which continues to dominate with Apple and others coming up behind them.
You know, they say in comedy, Kara, that you're supposed to punch up to be funny.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. President Trump didn't get called out by name very often, but these tech companies did. What do you think that says?
Right. Well, you know, this is who's in power in Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood, I think Ricky Gervais had a real, he was making fun of Hollywood people for working for anybody. And I think the concern in Hollywood is not so much President Trump, but these companies taking over and running everything. So that makes sense to me. Is, you know, it's not like, look, this is not the most woke group of people in terms of working. They'll work for anyone. And so I think it's important that they focus on tech companies who are their new bosses, essentially.
It's interesting to hear you mention Google and that you expect to see more executives from Google begin to show up. I realize YouTube, major streaming platform, but do you think that that means that the company is going to take a bigger, broader push into Hollywood?
You know, I don't know. Susan Wojcicki showed up several years at a lot of Hollywood stuff, and she hasn't lately. But I do think you're going to see more strength from Apple, obviously, which is making big investments. Amazon is going to continue to do so. So I don't know how Google can stay out of it. It's just a question of how they're going to participate in it. And we'll see going forward. They certainly have the platforms to do so. But I don't think they're not going to be present. But obviously, it's still going to be Netflix, you know, around the track a zillion times compared to others, followed by Apple, followed by Amazon, and then others.
So after that Ricky Gervais comment about Apple, I checked the definition of sweatshop, a factory or workshop, especially in the clothing industry, where manual workers are employed at very low wages for long hours and under poor conditions. Now, so I'm wondering your take on whether you think that comment about Apple in China was fair. Because sure, the wages are low, but they're not that low by China standards, and the working conditions pretty standard, arguably improved from what they were 10 years ago under China standards. Are they sweatshops?
Well, it was a joke, John. I think it was a joke. I believe it was. I think he was just talking about the idea
Yeah, but
of labor standards. And yeah,
it's
it was
yeah,
a
but it's
story
one
from a
of those
couple years
jokes
ago.
that's
It was.
supposed to be kind of true, I guess, and I think
Yeah,
some
I
people
guess.
would agree with it.
I don't know. I thought Sacha Baron Cohen's joke was better. I thought it was very funny and on point. And it sort of follows from his amazing speech. But I do think tech companies, the power of tech companies, has dawned on Hollywood for a long time. But this year, they're actually funding things, and so they're going to go after them. It was interesting. They didn't do as many jokes about Disney, which was interesting, which of course started its streaming service. But there's a new power structure in Hollywood, and that's who they're going to make fun of. I think that was just a joke. I don't know. I don't judge jokes whether I don't think it was a very good joke actually. There's better jokes to be made about Apple. That's an old one, I guess, if you want to quibble with
Kara,
it.
it's David. It's David. I agree with you. I thought Sacha
All
Baron
right, I'm
Cohen
out of
was definitely
TVX.
funnier,
I'm
so to
done.
speak,
Yeah.
although not a particularly funny
Right now, I'm
topic
done
overall.
for
You
the
know,
day.
that gets me
No.
to Facebook, though.
I think.
This is an election year. I think there has to be an expectation it's going to be under the microscope again, not just for its
No,
free
I'm not done.
speech,
Yep.
but also for what players are going to play a role in terms of influence in the electorate on the platform. And yet we have analyst after analyst and investor after investor who parade on here and say, not going to hurt their
Trade.
business. Simply not going to
No.
hurt their business. You agree?
UVXY, heavy.
Yes, I do. I've said it many times. I think I said it here last week. Is no matter what's going
Or if
on
it
with it
pulls
from a
back
regulatory
here,
point of view,
falls,
they're certainly
quick
not seeing
scalp
it in their
play.
business. Now, that's happened to a lot of companies. Look, Microsoft was going great guns until it had the case, and it's still doing very well. So I think it's just a question of what the regulations are going to be. I think more problematic is as President Trump continues to use the platform to govern. If you saw this yesterday, where he was informing
All right,
Congress
now it's
in a
pulling back.
tweet
I got
about,
into
about the
UVXY.
War Powers Act, which was kind of crazy. I think that's where they're going to attract the attention, is the social impact.
Now we know the
It
range,
may not have a
so I'm
business
only
impact,
playing
but
into
it
the
certainly
range, and
has a
then I'm
social
getting out.
impact and
Unless it
calls
breaks the
attention
range,
to
then I'll
these
hang in.
platforms
Looks
being
like it's
used
breaking the
and
range. It
misused.
looks like I couldn't
And
have
so I
picked a
think
better
that's a
time
continuing
to
story
pick
for 2020,
UVXY.
especially as we move into the election. And I think it's going to continue
Bouncing
then
on
what
that
they're
range,
doing
man.
and how they're
But you
protecting
can
their
see it's
platforms from
consolidating.
misuse. I think
That's an
that's going to be a
ascending
topic
triangle. That's
that's
eventually
going
going
to
to break
occupy
down.
their time quite a bit and away from other parts of their business.
Yeah, and certainly want to get more on your thoughts on President Trump and his plans for notifications via Twitter in just a second. But first, let's talk a little bit more about one of these big tech names that we haven't really yet, and that's Amazon. Report that New York City offered $800 million of
Only
extra
playing it
incentives in its
within
initial
the
bid
channel.
to Amazon for its highly sought
Unless
after
it, like I said, it breaks the channel.
HQ2, which we know has ultimately not
Go ahead
happened.
and
But here's what really
let's
got my
pop on
attention in
let's pop on the market chart. Oh, that's right here. All right. All right, come on, breakthrough, breakthrough. It looks like it's getting ready to break through. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now we should see this fall as well. Keep going. It's like on that border. All right, we're now down. We're out of that channel. Look on it on a 5-minute. activity. Market's breaking below the range. Still in the range here though. You got the Dow, you got the Nasdaq, you got the S&P. The most accurate, if you want to get a good view of how the market's doing, the most accurate indice to look at is the S&P, which is more or less flat right now. But that doesn't mean the Dow Jones breaking below its channel is not going to affect other things. All the stocks pretty much all the stocks from the Dow Jones are in the S&P. Mostly industrials. I think it's like 400 industrials in the S&P, and then the rest is split. I know we're about to see a massive move. That's why I'm just like waiting right here. Got a little bit of an ascending triangle. I can see it now. You got the flat line is this 50, the ascension. Every peak is higher and higher until it's consolidating and looks like it's getting ready to break out here. Yeah. EVXY is not the place to be right now, unless you're buying puts. All right, reconnection successful. So I'm not sure what the heck happened. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm watching it now live, and it's just like that buffering screen. Oh, now we're up. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm watching. All right, we're good. All right, market's continuing its downtrend. Pivotal point is this 322 line here. Is it like 322.10? We were in an upward consolidation. Looked like an ascending triangle, and then it dropped. Here's SDC coming back. Probably gonna break 10. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Could happen.